Well, I interacted a lot with your Facebook page, and I realized that you speak on the mind, and I would like to ask you. Uh, but one of the things that you said that really stuck with me is that our greatness is determined by the content and quality of our mind. So, do you think that there is evidence to support the claim that an individual's mindset can direct their life on other areas of their life, like the way they think, the way they perceive? Do you think it's important in directing the life to achieve success or meaning? Do you think that's possible?
Yes, I will keep saying it that the mind is one of the greatest gifts that God has given to us on earth. Someone said God gave us mind so that we can give him rest. Now, I have claims to back up what I just said right now, and I'm going to do that by telling a story. Now, this is actually a true life story, and it was recorded that a woman was once a mediocre, just an average woman. She just has a family, the husband and the kids, and she didn't really do much with her life. But a certain time came, she had an accident, and that accident left her in the hospital for some years. She lost memory of so many things that happened to her. In fact, when her children and her husband came to the hospital, it was recorded that she could hardly identify them. So when she left the hospital, she was curious. All human beings are curious. What happened to me? How can everybody say they know me, but I have no idea of who they are? And then she began to study. She began to make research. What happened? Who was I before? What is this phenomenon that I'm ailed with? And then from following those things, she became an entirely new person. Someone who was a mediocre before, who was just living an average life, who was just a housewife before, became someone who now made a global feat in science, because from her research, she was able to bring solutions to the problem she was faced with. So all of a sudden, her life changed. Why? Because everything that she processed here changed. And I have a similar story too. You know, in Africa, we it's natural to be a negative thinker. It's natural to hear things like you can't make it here. That's what they tell you. That's what we all believe here. And that's why a lot of people are leaving the country. And I don't blame them in any way. But usually I tell them that no matter where you go, even when you go to USA or Canada, if you don't change your mindset, there's a limit to what you can amass for yourself. And the reason why a lot of our people make it over there is because when they go there, they mingle with people like who think like the gods they are. Do you understand? Here in Africa, we always feel like there's always a village person that is doing us. There's always a witch that is limiting us. And we place so much power on such things. But when they go abroad and they hear less and less of witches and juju, you know, when they go there and they see the white people working, white people setting goals, white people making inventions and creating new things every time, the environment changes their mind. And that's why some of them are able to pull in the results they pulled in. So by the time they travel back here, we look at them and be like, wow, that place is good for you. Wallace D. Wattle said it's not a matter of environment. If it was environment, everybody in a certain environment will be rich and everybody in a certain environment will be poor. In Nigeria here, we have rich people and we have poor people. And so also in the US, there are rich people there and there are poor people. So I know environment matters a lot. I know, I'm not disputing that fact. But they can place you in a place that has so many resources. Mm-hmm. And if you are not a resourceful person, or if you don't think with a resourceful mind, you cannot go far.